Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Timpedia and welcome to a brand new Star Wars Empire at War Forces of Corruption modded Let's Play, where we are going to play Thrawn's Revenge. Now this is a mod that, like Republic at War, has a lot of history behind it. It's one of the very professionally done mods, one of the highest ranked mods, and one of the most well-known mods for Republic at War. So we're here to play it today and show it off for a while. Like Republic at War, I'm going to do Galactic Conquest for a while, then do some show matches with my friend Nick. And, yeah, that sounds like a plan. So, what we're going to do first is we're going to go to Galactic Conquest. Now, as you can see, there's actually a ton of stuff here. A ton of factions that you can play as. You can see that each different Galactic Conquest has different playable factions. You can also see as there's a number of factions here. The New Republic, the Imperial Remnant, obviously famous. Empire of the Hand is Thrawn's empire, which was eventually absorbed into the actual empire, but that was years down the line. Pentastar Alignment, which was one of the strongest breakaway factions after the fall of Coruscant, after Warlord Zinj, who actually is the main antagonist of, I guess, this campaign. And Admiral Terran Rogers team up with the Happens to search for the warlords, and that's actually really cool. But yeah, so the Pentastar Alignment was one of the strongest sub-factions during that time. They were led by, I forget who, but he had his own Super Star Destroyer. One of the only ones in the galaxy. So that made it a big threat. And the Dushkin League, which is a crazy alien race that was seen only in books written by Timothy Zahn. The Outbound Flight book mentioned them, and they were a big part of the Survivor's Quest. Two books that he wrote that both dealt with outbound flight. The Dushkin League was an enemy that the Chiss were fighting, and they were a struggle of an alien race, but they are not playable yet. They don't work. Whatever version is out as of the middle of November 2013 is the version I'm using. I don't know if development's still going on this mod, but hey, I think it might be. There is some weird systems in this mod. Sorry, I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking about actual facts from the Star Wars universe because this is a very fact-heavy mod. This is a very in-canon mod in a lot of cool ways. So I'm going to talk about that a lot, like I did with Republic of War. But we're going to go with the tutorial because there's some very different stuff that they've done to this mod. They've instituted a number of different things. Welcome to Thrawn's Revenge. In this tutorial, you will learn about the major changes made to Empire War by this mod. This assumes a basic familiarity with Empire War. Play through those tutorials first if you don't have that. Come on, keep going. We're waiting. In Galactic Conquest, your main standard shipyard planet starts with the headquarters of your faction's main shipbuilding corporation. Mon Calamari shipyards for the New Republic on Mon Calamari, Sycan engineering systems for the Empire of the Hand on Syca, and Kuat drive yards for the Imperial Remnant on Kuat. These provide significant bonuses to production of that company's products on those planets. Once destroyed, they cannot be rebuilt, but they take up a ground space, which sucks. In Thrawn's space station were placed with shipyards which produce ships but have no offensive or defensive capabilities, and Golan space defense platforms. There are 3 levels to each, and each planet can only build to a certain level. Mon Calamari can build up to capital shipyards and currently has a heavy frigate shipyard. Upgrade your shipyard now from the space tab. So yeah, these are the Golan space defenses. They are in a number of mods. They're basically super tough space stations that just have covered in guns. Golan 3s are known throughout the galaxy as one of the single strongest defensive space stations you can have above a planet. Very rare and important planets tend to have those. Golan 2s. Local capital, regional capital would have that. Other important places that are maybe locally important places but not galactic importance. And Golan 1s mean that there is enough to... It's a less rich planet. Or if there's a very dangerous, with lots of pirates in an area, you'll have a Golan 1, so it's not bad. Capital shipyard, highest level shipyard to build ships that the rebellion can build. We already have Akbar and an X-Wing squadron. And we can't move yet. So we're just going to fast forward to build this capital shipyard. Sorry. There we go. Complete. You can also gain rewards for capturing specific planets. These can be infrastructure credits or even special units. Non-playable factions such as the Avitha and Zoth play a large part in many GC scenarios. Capturing planets grants free Armadia thrust ships, for example. You've been given 15,000 extra credits to build up a fleet and army. There is no defending army in order to save you time, but there is a defending fleet to invade N'Zoth. When you are prepared, capture N'Zoth. Be careful when deciding whether or not to bring heroes to battle, as if they are killed, they are dead for good unless they are scheduled to upgrade their ship. This will be elaborated on later. N'Zoth only really showed up in the Black Fleet trilogy. It was a planet of aliens, sort of in the deep core, taken over by the Imperials. Oh my god. Go away. Hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. N'Zoth. Black Fleet trilogy. Imperials captured it, built secret shipyards. The Black Fleet. When the rebels took over Coruscant, or it was either, I think it was Battle of Endor, when the aliens, the local Yavitha rose up. I forget their leader's name, the leader of the Dushkin League. They rose up, killed all the Imperials, took the Black Fleet, which had a super Star Destroyer, which was nuts. And then in the Black Fleet trilogy, they capture Han Solo, and they're beaten by the New Republic. That's really it. So we have money. We don't need an army. This guy's enough. Let's build up a fleet. Let's just show off some ships.
Constructing unit. Constructing unit.
Literally just going to build a bunch of capital ships to show them off. Let's look at what's new from the mod. Marauder Corvette's been nerfed. It now has lasers instead of diamond boron. Nebulon B2, which is basically the upgraded Nebulon B. It's got, if you know the fin below the Nebulon B, it's basically, imagine taking that and splitting it and making another one, and then putting them about 60 degrees apart. Really not much to it. MC40A. Another converted luxury liner that's smaller than the Mon Calamari capital ships of the movies. It's just a nice little Mon Calamari corvette. The Quasar Fire, the Rebels' first real fighter carrier. It's a small ship, but it's nothing too great, but it's just a little carrier ship. Dreadnoughts, old ships from before the rise of the Empire, but tough little guys who are still decent. Nebulon B regular. Assault Frigate, which is sort of like the advanced, heavily modified Dreadnought. It's sort of like the upgraded Dreadnought. What else? MC-80B. New Mon Calamari capital ship. See, this is the MC-80, which is the Mon Cal capital ship. The MC-80B is basically just an upgrade version of that, but still a converted liner. It's not the Rebels' first true
assault frigate here.
Capital ship designed for war. Let's go over to Coruscant, see what's over here. Let's get, so all we have right now, if I can see it, maybe it has nothing. No, it says it has something. We can get a heavy frigate shipyard. You can get a light frigate shipyard before that. We're going to need some kind of defenses here.
Building started.
So you can build 2 Golan 3s, and I think you can only build 2 of defensive structures, so let's fast forward. Another thing that sucks about this mod, or this tutorial at least, is because this stuff is so far away, we have to literally drag all the way to Coruscant. And it takes forever to fly.
Construction complete.
All the way up here, we have Bastion, capital of the Imperial Remnant. Pretty much since they were kicked off Coruscant, or since Paleon abandoned the inner core.
Construction complete.
So I guess I can have 2 of every Golan, which is kind of psychotic. But you'll see why we want those. So let's go attack N'Zoth.
Tactical battle imminent.
Let's begin. The Yavitha have their own kind of ships called thrust ships, which are basically little kind of Corvette slash fighter things that are like little annoying. It's like a swarm of bees. Imagine that's a decent analogy, I guess. Let's go. Alright, so here's what the ships look like. Dreadnought, Akbar, he should be fine. Assault Frigate, Mon Cal, Nebulon B2. Oh, regular Nebulon B. Thought I built a B2, I guess I didn't. And the MC-80B. And here come the thrust ships.
They're falling back.
Whoops. Shit. No, we gotta kill him. Shit.
Readying weapons. Picking up signals.
See, this is why I built stuff over Coruscant, because they can only attack Coruscant.
Tactical battle imminent.
Just auto-resolve. Ships lost.
Tactical battle imminent.
Am I literally not gonna kill anything?
Tactical
Oh my
battle
god.
imminent.
It's so annoying. So horrifically annoying.
Squadron reporting.
Reinforcements
Y-wing squadron
en route.
reporting.
Just zoom out.
Your orders, sir?
Send
Ready for
everything we
action.
can.
Armed and ready. We're going in. We've located the enemy. Switch shields to double front. Asteroids ahead.
There's one.
Switch shields to double front. Y-wing
Just everything, get over here.
ready for orders. Plotting course.
There's another one.
Your orders? I should be there.
There's some K-Wings, the upgraded bomber of the Rebellion after the Y-Wings were phased out because they weren't really that good. Y-Wings were old even at the time of the
Space
Rebellion.
station is under attack.
We're drawing
Yeah, attack a Golan 3 with a fucking thrust ship. That doesn't work. Yeah, he just evaporated.
I copy, sir.
There's another one.
Underway. Moving got them on the run.
Bombers at the ready.
Ugh, see? So annoying. Come back to N'Zoth.
Tactical battle imminent.
I don't know how they killed the ship. It's so dumb. Auto-resolving is for the silly. But yeah, see why this is annoying? Click and learn and locate a shipyard. Battle of Endar revolted. Started to build their own fleet and established Duskin League. I believe that actually the story of the Yavithans ended during the Yuzhong Vong War. I believe the Yuzhong Vong... because the Yavitha are very xenophobic. But the Yuzhong Vong take that to a whole new level. So if I remember correctly, the Yuzhong Vong literally just wiped out the Duskin League and exterminated the Yavithan race.
Fire! Enemy fighters in range.
If he could just die, that'd be great. See why thrust ships are annoying?
An excellent tactic. Open fire. Affirmative.
Yeah, you're not getting away.
You are victorious.
Thank God. Now we gotta move all the way over to here.
Moving out.
Then we're gonna attack a bastion. See what I mean about slow? Don't worry, it's probably not this bad in the actual GCs.
System control achieved.
Yay, free thrust ships. During the battle, we were able to capture several Yavitha craft. They have been transferred to your command.
Building
See?
started.
Light frigate shipyard. First basic thing. Thrawn's revenge tech levels have been replaced with eras based on the Imperial leader. These are Izzard, Thrawn, Palpatine's clone, Dalon, Paleon, and to advance an era, kill the Imperial leader. This is only possible in the Art of War GC or scenarios not based around specific conflicts. In order to see which eras are available in the GC, check the description before starting. In this GC, Thrawn is the leader stationed at Bastion. Invade and kill Thrawn in order to proceed. So let's go. Let's just do it.
Moving to coordinates.
So slow. So that's a pretty cool system, huh? Instead of leveling up tech levels, you kill the Imperial leader and their successors when the stuff goes up, which makes sense. I mean, that's basically when technology advanced in the real thing. Bastion was originally a codename identifying the current capital world, Outer Rim world, full name is Sartinia. Lord supported the Empire in the New Order. Following the sign of the Badge Accord, secret mobile so it remained. Yeah, lost original agenda personally associated with the name Bastion. Yep, all true. Bastion was just a code name for a long time.
Moving into position. Reporting in. Acknowledged.
Just
The glory of Inzoth.
the glory of Inzoth.
The enemy is approaching.
For the glory of Inzoth. Kill Thrawn. For the glory of Inzoth. Why can I not select the friggin' capital ships when I do that? That's weird. So Thrawn's getting shredded.
The enemy has been defeated.
Wow, did he die fast. So now if we look, it might jump us. Yep. Every time tech advances eras with the death of Imperial leader, including the Imperial remnant. However, unlike the tech levels, this is not always a good thing. Every era comes with its own set of units and heroes. See the tech tree in the menu bar in order to see the rosters for your factions. So when and whether you want to advance requires some planning. Sometimes heroes will come back to life if they received a ship upgrade in between eras, such as Akbar being upgraded from Home 1 to Galactic Voyager. You have now completed the tutorial. Congratulations. You may now quit the game or feel free to capture Bastion. If you have further questions, please go to gutr.swrebellion.com. So as you can see, we now have the MC-90, the first dedicated warship of the MC line, which is true, which is pretty cool. Fares well against Star Destroyers. No new ground stuff, really. Infantry platoon, specialist. Yeah, so Akbar got an upgrade. Bastion, build up to heavy frigates. Open the mission holocron. So let's go over the tech tree for the Rebellion while we're here. And then we'll call it a video because I'm actually just going to do the tutorial and then I'll start a Galactic Conquest run next time. So the tech tree for the Rebellion. As you can see, it doesn't really break down how buildings upgrade, but I'm sure you could build Jedi later. Commandos were always there. But yeah, you could build Jedi later on, I'm sure. AAC, decent tank. Acquired the plans from a source of starting a game of chance. Lightning strikes. T1B, T2B, armored free runner, which I don't even know what that is. And the speeders, heavy tracker, V-wing, T3B, MPTL, T4B, Gallifrey HTTs. So let's go over heroes. And whether or not I agree with what with their placement on the list. Mon Mothma, leader of the rebellion during Izzard, totally true. Han, Akbar, Luke, Aaron Kraken, which is cool. He is the commander of New Republic intelligence during that time. Taicho Selchu. Yeah, he should be... Wedge should be running... I guess if they want to take it during Izzard time, after Izzard is kicked off Coruscant, Wedge starts running Wraith Squadron pretty much. After the Battle of Thifera in the Back to War book, which is one of the best books in the Star Wars franchise, Wedge starts running Wraith Squadron, so that kind of makes sense. I don't know who this is. The Black Asp I recognize. I think she was in the X-Wing books. But, yeah, she was in the X-Wing books. But I don't remember her that well. She's really a very minor character. I'm amazed that they made her a hero. Kyle Katarn, totally makes sense. Thrawn, yeah. This is when Leia was starting to take over more. Mon Mothma was getting pretty old. Han Chewie, Mara Jade, yeah, that's right at the end of Thrawn. I'd kind of say, I guess it kind of works. If you're going to do that, and Talon Card, if you're going to do them too, it's kind of end of Thrawn era, but that makes sense. Booster Tarek, not bad, although he shouldn't. No, the Air Adventure, I guess, could be up and running by now. The Air Adventure is a Star Destroyer that he actually gets in the Back to War. He turns it into the galaxy's biggest mobile gambling. It's like Vegas on a Star Destroyer, is the best way to put it. And it's all red. It's an all red Star Destroyer. Lando, awesome. Commands the Lady Luck in space. Lady Luck's cool. Garm Bel Iblis did come back during the Thrawn era, so then he runs ships from the Katana fleet, which is a Thrawn storyline. Palpatine, yeah, Leia's just taken over by this point. Running of the rebellion. I don't know why she's back. Yeah, the black ass was named Corsica Rainbow. Lando, Mara Jade, Taicho, Wedge. He commands the Lysankia, which is true. During the clone Palpatine era, the rebellion has finished rebuilding the Lysankia. It was a Super Star Destroyer that Izzard had. She lost it during the Battle of Thyfera, and it was secretly rebuilt by the rebellion and came back into service shortly before the Palpatine clone showed up. And Wedge pretty much ran it as like the only ship in a fleet that he commanded as a general. Corran Horn, Jedi Knight, not bad. Aaron Kraken's back, yeah, during Dala, Leia Organa. Although Aaron Kraken died, is that when he dies? No, that's someone else. Another intelligence guy. And Chewie, Akbar's still floating around. Akbar's floating around through all this. Akbar dies during the Yuzhong Vong invasion right near the end. He doesn't live to see his... He basically devises the plan to recapture Coruscant, but dies before he hears if it succeeded or not. Not killed, just peaceful death on Mon Cal during the war. Luke, Jedi Master now. The same thing. Mara Jade, Lando, Uala, Taicho, Kyle, Corran, all fine. Wedge during Dala. Not really shows up, so that's fair. Paleon, Silgal. Yeah, Jedi Master at this point, who is the super healer of the Jedi. Ponk Gaverson, leader of the rebellion. He takes over right as the Paleon era starts. In the Hand of Thrawn duology, he is running the rebellion. Or the New Republic. Talent cards around during... This is like Hand of Thrawn duology. This is like the Dala stuff. This is the comics. I've honestly never read all the comics when Palpatine's the clone. It's only in the comics is Palpatine's clone around. They just mention it in a couple of the books. Seriously. Thrawn is books. Thrawn trilogy. And Izzard is pre-Thrawn. So that's basically when they're breaking down these eras, which is a fair system. Booster Tarek's around, yeah. Yeah, this is all stuff that makes sense. So yeah. So that's the leaders of the rebellion space. Oh my god. We're almost done though. B2 maybe should be later than Izzard, but I guess that's reasonable. See all the basic stuff. Thrawn. Still the same tech really. The rebellion didn't really upgrade. Katana dreadnoughts. That doesn't really make sense because the New Republic, yeah, when both the New Republic managed to secure a number of vessels, not really. The New Republic really didn't get all that many. It was a lot, yeah, if you can read the description while I'm talking. But, yeah, there were 200 ships and Thrawn got almost all of them, so I don't know why that really counts for the New Republic. That doesn't really work in my mind, but hey. But the E-Wing was coming around, the new fighter to replace the X-Wing, although you can see the X-Wing never gets replaced. The E-Wing is more of like the TIE Interceptor equivalent in that it doesn't have a hyperdrive. I don't believe. I could be wrong on that. Y-Wing, after Thrawn during Palpatine gets replaced, K-Wing is much more powerful. It's a super bomber. You can see the Nebulons kind of get cut out. The Rebellion doesn't really have a Corvette in here during Palpatine, which kind of sucks. Nothing else really going on in here. No more Katana dreadnoughts. They're really not different. They're really pretty much the same ship. They do add the Majestic. This is when the new class was starting to come around. This is during the Black Fleet trilogy, which is under Dala, which during Dala was a lot bigger. State-of-the-art new class starship with no notable weaknesses, capable of... It's basically a sniper. If you're in a long-range battle, Majestic's great. If you get up close, it's kind of shitty. I used it in some skirmishes a little while ago. It's okay. It doesn't have a ton of guns on it. MC-90 we already talked about. First actual dedicated warship instead of converted luxury liners like the MC-80s and MC-80Bs. First actual warship, the Mon Cal built for the Rebellion. Defender class starfighter, designed for the new class project, extensive delays. Lacks a hyperdrive. It's okay. It really doesn't play a part in anything. It honestly never really gets mentioned anywhere. Sachin, yeah, light carrier, a little gunship / carrier, great patrol ship. Corona is the Nebulon B replacement, which is just more powerful in pretty much every way than the Nebulon B is. You can see these, nothing really changing in here. Capital ships, though, 2 new ones. The Endurance, which is the highest level fleet carrier. Basically a fleet carrier for the Rebellion instead of like a smaller carrier like the Sachin or the Quasars, where it's a super carrier. Nebula Star Destroyer, which is the first real big Rebel capital ship. It was basically the answer to a Star Destroyer. It's like if you took a Star Destroyer, shrunk it down, but left it a lot of its power. So it's basically a compact Star Destroyer. And then if we finally get to the Paleon era, nothing new up here. We have the Bothan assault cruisers, which is very cool. They started to show up right before the Ryuzhong-Vong War, played a much bigger role during the Confederation after the war. Very powerful little frigate / cruiser size ships. Very good. And then finally, our last thing is the Viscount. The Viscount. Basically, it's the basically the Mon Calamari equivalent of a Super Star Destroyer, because shockingly, there's still Super Star Destroyers floating around the galaxy for a long time. They're just hard to kill. The Empire has the Imperial Remnant has 1 or 2 of them. The New Republic has a couple, and there's a couple warlords that like to float around with these things. But yeah, it was revived after Dark Empire and Black Fleet. Dark Empire was the clone. Black Fleet Crisis knew the need for large ships. Star Defender, so doesn't terrify the people to death. But yeah, so that's the tech tree of the Republic. Overall, it's a very good job at being very canon. I really like the effort they put into this mod. So I'm going to stop for now. For next time, though, we're going to start on one of the Galactic Conquests. We might do 1 or 2 special story ones, and then do the Art of War one, which is where we could actually use the era system. But until such time, guys, my name is Timpedia, and I will catch you guys later.